All right, welcome back here. We're back on the farm again. It is August 20th. Getting a little bit late in the summer here. Got a couple more projects I still need to work on. I want to do a quick trail camera check here today. I finally got my cameras out a couple weeks ago. I did my first pull last week, got a few nice bucks. One of which I'm pretty excited about. It's the double split G2 buck that I passed last year. I had him on camera a bunch all year, and I had him at about 10 yards one night. That was actually the night that I first saw the buck that I ended up killing. But I had this little split G2 buck at about 10 yards and let him go. He was a young deer. Looks a lot bigger this year. We'll have to see what happens when the velvet comes off, but he's looking like a good one. Gonna do a little bit of food plot work as well here. I planted 13 days ago. I got some rain right after I planted, so I did get a little bit of germination. And I got some fertilizer down last weekend right before some rain. We got more rain coming today, so I'm gonna take a look at the food plots, see what they look like. Just take a peek here. We're a little bit better shape than last year. Food plots aren't as good as I would have liked, but much better than last year. So we're gonna take a look, see how they look here, get a little bit more fertilizer on them today before more rain comes in. Got a couple other little projects to do in the back, so let's get after it. All right, just got done cleaning up this little area where we're gonna be putting in a new blind here. I'll show you what we've got. I got this big space opened up here, right on the edge of our big grass field in the back. Always see a lot of deer out here in this little lowland in the prairie grass. They love coming out here, right along this edge, just on the north edge of a big cattail marsh. Lots of bucks back in that area routinely. This woods here is a giant area that filters down into a really small pinch point right here on the north side, and then it opens back up into our little knoll that we have in the back, and then over to our little cattail marsh where I shot my buck last year with a gun. So this is a great little natural funnel area, great rut cruising spot. We're going to be putting a new blind in right here, have some nice bow shots in here to the woods as well as the lane, be able to gun shoot this entire field once gun season rolls in. I'm hoping in the next year or two I'm going to add a food plot right here east to west as well, so we'll have some food attractant. So next year or two this spot's going to be really good. I'm really excited about it. So we'll be getting that delivery hopefully next week. Okay, let's take a look at this food plot here. I definitely have more weeds than I really would have liked, but there is quite a bit of germination done as well. A lot of growth in the last week here. I got pictures from when I was up here last week. All these little plants were just, barely peeking out of the ground. From a distance, it really doesn't look like that good of a food plot, but as you get closer in some of these areas, there's a couple spots that have a lot of really good germination. So hopefully we can get a little bit more rain and keep it going. There's inevitably going to be some bare spots like this. I just didn't get full seed to soil contact. I do have some ryegrass that I'm going to be coming up here and layering in probably in another 2 or 3 weeks. So not going to be doing that too soon. I'll let these get a little bit of a start, and then I'll fill in some gaps with that rye. I've done that in the past and it worked pretty well. So not great. Call it a 5 or 6 out of 10, but better than the 1.5 I had last year. So I can hear some thunder now. Let's get some fertilizer out before the rain hits. All right, well, we got the first scrape tree up here. Pretty happy with how the setup is. I've got a nice branch coming down on one side, and I've got the vertical vine hanging down on the other, the Jeff Sturges special. I've been using vertical vines like this for the last few years and they work great. Bucks can trash them, bang them around, can't break anything, just swings from that paracord. Right up there is where I'm gonna have a deer stand. I was actually gonna put a stand up today. The straps on the ladder that I have are too small to get around that tree, so we'll go to plan B. I'll bring up a set of climbing sticks that I don't use much anymore, and we'll use those for that tree stand here. And I got this branch 45 in this way. I've got this one 45 in that way. Hopefully if a buck comes up to either one and I'm sitting up there, I should get a nice broadside or quartering shot. That's the theory anyway. We'll see if it works. set up a little bit better. Really like how that looks. Let's see if it holds. Okay, got the second scrape tree in here on the west plot. If you'll notice, that is not the tree I started with. Cue the blooper. Yeah, so that one was a little too soft, a little too dead, and when I put any weight on it at all, it just snapped. So I went ahead and went and cut down a tree, so I knew it would be nice and stable for me. Sized one that got a couple of limbs hanging out here. I'm gonna get a vine hanging down from that here in just a second. We'll get a camera put up over on that little tree, see what we can see on here. Should make for a nice little scrape spot coming out of the front shack here. So that's been a popular spot for Dad to sit lately. He shot 4 bucks in 4 years out of that. So with the food plot, and now we got this little scrape tree here, see if we can't bring another one in. All right, it's gonna do it. We got the vine hung, got the camera up. I'm gonna get out of here. I got a couple things to do this afternoon. We got some dark clouds rolling in here behind us. Feels like it's gonna rain any second. So gonna get out of here, see if we can get some more rain on it. I decided not to spray my plot boost on here. I'm gonna let everything grow up another week or two before I hit it, but we'll be back up here doing a couple more things in the next few weeks. So until then, thanks for watching.